Hello, Penelope.
Penelope is here.
All right. Fantastic. Sounds good. You can hear me over there. You can hear me out there.
Yep, I can hear you.
Great. All right. Super do. All right. Kick us off, Penelope.
All right. I am the Penelope.
Wow, you must have practiced a long time for that startup.
It took me many, many hours to figure out what I was going to say, and that's what I came up with.
Oof, well, I hope you didn't hurt yourself too much there.
Spent a lot of time in the mirror.
At least give everyone a little bit of a wave.
Oh. Hi, everyone.
There we go.
Well, a more official greeting would be, I am the Penelope Zamora. I am from Calci, and I am Calcillian. See? See how much better that was, Mr. Floof?
That's pretty good stuff. That's pretty good stuff. Let's see here. Granted, you're jumping the gun because we haven't got there, but that's fine. My planning is all for naught. But anyway, but finally, it's been a long road here coming to be able to communicate with the Earthlings out there. Finally able to show off our ship. Looks like you did some tidying up before we started.
Yeah, someone had to clean your litter box.
Well, it doesn't clean itself. Maybe you should splurge for the upgrade.
No. What do you think I am? Made of that green things that the Earthlings use as money?
Yeah, I don't know. Why you would buy things with paper is beyond me. Like, every other world goes digital, but Earth is a weird one. super weird. So all right, let's take. So yeah, this is our ship. Oh, we need to put up your little sign. Ta-da! There we go. Now we can formally welcome the Earth people. I do want to test chat here, so I'm going to post in the chat. We'll see if it actually shows up. I don't know if it will. I'm not seeing anything, so that's positive. If I wanted it to be wrong.
Mr. Floof is having some technical difficulties.
Oh no, it's there. It's just incredibly tiny. Okay. You can see it on the top right.
Oh. Hello. I see it.
There we go.
There we are. This is our ship.
That's much better. So yeah, this is where we're at. We got a nice view out here, outside the window. One of the best views, really.
And the Earth just keeps going around and around and around.
Like,
it doesn't stop.
Well, the Earth is cute, but is it as cute as I am? Just look at my eyes. Just look at them. Look how cute I am.
I mean, you are pretty cute. That's why I allowed you to stay on top, stay inside the Whisker 5.
I guess. Well, he gave me this talking necklace so I can communicate. That was helpful. And I can finally express all my thoughts and my discontent with the living situation around here, which is many a things.
Like what? What could you have to be uncontented about?
Well, for one, I don't think there's enough places to sleep around here by the windows.
What?
I need some more places for napping, and also you don't have enough litter boxes. There's other cats on this ship. The lines get ridiculous.
What? How many litter boxes do you need?
I'd like my own personal litter box, like the ensuite of litter boxes.
I don't think so. I think you're just gonna have to stick to your one.
What do you mean? You need to say no to this face? You say no to this face?
Yes. No. See? I practiced that one too.
Now I'm crying and I'm angry. I don't even know what emotion I am. I'm all over the board here. All right. There we go. I'm having trouble controlling my emotions. So here is our main area. We got a bunch of our favorite things around here. Some you may recognize for Earthlings at home. A couple items that we've picked up along the way. Let's see. We got the Switch, one of our favorite items to play. What's your favorite Switch game, Penelope?
I like Moving Out because you get to throw people's stuff everywhere and it doesn't matter if you break it.
That is very true. Any of the fragile levels we definitely have not passed thanks to you.
Well, and you're also difficult to play with because, Mr. Floof, if you don't remember, you have paws instead of hands.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me. I'm aware of that every day of my life.
Oh, maybe I'll invent a Nintendo Switch, but for cats.
Oh.
It'll be perfect for you.
That sounds pretty great. I'm not gonna lie. That I would be totally down for something like that. A bit more consideration, Accessibility is all the rage nowadays.
What about you, Mr. Floof? What do you like to play on the Switch?
Well, I don't think you could talk about the Switch without talking about Breath of the Wild. It's just such a really fantastic game. But if you're gonna get a Nintendo product, you sort of have to. You need to play a Mario game too. Like Mario Odyssey is a good one. I know.
Ooh, I love getting those moons.
Ooh, yeah. You've played it twice.
Yeah, I like it because it reminds me of home.
Ah, okay, yeah. That's true. Kelsey has... How many moons does Kelsey have?
23.
Holy shit. Can you even see out there? It must be... Like, oh my God.
We have a lot of tides.
Like,
the ocean is just unbearable.
I don't even know what the physics would do for that. Like, oh my God.
The gravity is just insane.
For real. Wow. My mind is blown.
How many moons does it have?
I think it just has one. Just one.
That's so lame. Just one moon?
And it has no malls on it either. Like, can you imagine a moon that has no mall?
What? No moon mall?
Yeah, it's quite hard to believe. That's where all the best shopping is.
I was looking forward to going to the moon mall. All 23 of our moons are equipped with the best state-of-the-art moon malls.
I know, that's what you told me. Granted, I didn't know there was 23 of them, which was very surprising to find out, but I'm still impressed, and I still want to go sometime, but
And each moon has its own specialty. So they don't overlap in what they sell. One moon, for example, just sells pillows. That's it. It's the pillow moon, as it's nicknamed.
Whoa. That's exclusive, and I don't know if they do a lot of sales or they have very cheap rent, but they must be doing one of those two.
Well, they do a lot of lobbying, so they're the only place in our whole, system that you can buy pillows. So they do pretty well for themselves.
Oh man, I do love a good pillow. Like just thinking about it, like oof, it ruffles up my feathers, ruffles up my furs.
I was just gonna say, I don't think you have feather. That is another creature that we have seen on Earth that we have not seen in Kelsey. Are these things called birds?
Birds. Yep. Earth has a lot of birds.
There's big birds, little birds, yellow birds. There's birds on the TV. There's birds everywhere in this planet.
Yeah. I like watching them from the window, fantasizing about maybe catching one, maybe grabbing a drink together, that kind of stuff.
Ooh, you guys could take a bird bath together. They can lick you, you can lick them.
Like a bath. I don't know about a bath. Ugh. Ugh. But uh, but yeah, coming back to our ship here, we got lots of little goodies for you to look at. Um, from Kirby, we got a nice throwback photo back there. He's waving again. We got this little green alien dude, which, if you know the show, you know what it is. It starts with a B, and the second one's also a B. And it rhymes with burger.
Bird's burger. Did I get it?
So close. Always just right at the tip of your tongue with these answers.
So we have that, and then we also have Cubey. We all know who Cubey is.
Cubey. Man. Well, luckily this is just a stuffed version of him. If it was him in reality, we would all be pretty screwed, I would say.
Yeah, Cubey is the cat that you never want to meet.
Yeah. He's not a friendly fellow. Though you can say he's a logical one, but sometimes logical can be a bit evil. But anyway, we'll be back to talk more about that stuff. I say we should get into some goods here. We promise people.
I love good.
We promise people tier list, so let's jump over there. Oh, well, I forgot we had slides, so we're gonna go through slides first.
Oh, the slides.
All right.
I am Penelope Zamora. The ship name is Whisker 5. Planet, Calci. Species, Calcillian. And my birthday is June 1st. Ladies never list the year, so you'll never know how old I am.
Was it intentional that you didn't put my name up here?
Yeah, it's Penelope. You see the name that's really big? That's me.
When our show is Penelope and Mr.Floof.
Yeah, and Mr.Floof, which means you come dos.
And like, Floof is a name you've given me. You've taken away all my grandeur. Because let me tell you, Earthlings, my born name is much more of a status symbol than Floof is. All cats, you typically won't know this because they don't have the ability to speak. So I'm going to tell you today that all cats have 9 names, 1 name for each of their lives. So mine is, and you might want to take notes when I'm spewing this out, is Maximus Scratcherton, Constantine, Sterling, Dario, Whiskin, Purius, Bartholomew, Meowington. So you can call me Mr. Meowington, you can call me Maximus, or like most commoners, you can call me Floof.
And that is why I call you Mr. Floof.
Mm-hmm. And that's apparent. So,
well, how old are you, Mr. Floof? I don't know if I've ever asked you your age.
Well, I'm up there. Well, let's see. You picked me up about like 11 years ago. And then I had some adventures before then. So, in cat years, I'm probably like in like the 60s or something.
What?
Yeah, I'm a rare breed. I've lived many lives. Like each life I could be living is like at least 20 years. So if I have 9 lives, so what's that? 180
Oh
years.
my goodness. I'm gonna start calling you Grandpa Floof.
You better not do that. Get over. I'll come over there. I'll slice you up. I've been sharpening my claw. All I do is sleep and sharpen my claws.
You sure you can handle that, Gramps?
hmm Yeah, we'll see. You think that you're so protected in that suit, but I know it's in the grooves. That's where you're vulnerable.
Well, and I'm also not wearing a helmet, so.
Fair point. That would probably be easier, but I don't want to hurt the moneymaker.
Can't hurt the moneymaker.
So
Okay, what other slides you got, Mr. Floof?
so here we need to give credit where credit is due. For all this amazing art and music that we've had here. So take us through the first one, Penelope.
Credits. Live 2D models. Floof. You forgot your first name there, though. Mr.
Mister's not my first name. Yes, but I am both the mama and papa of these models. Penelope, if you aren't familiar, but the mama is referred to as the actual person that draws the model, and then the papa is the one that rigs the model. So I did both. So I guess I'm married to myself or whatever kind of relationship that is.
How cute is that? You have kids. Aww.
I'm my own kid, and you're also my child as well. But yeah, it's been a long time coming. It's been a long project, but it's really exciting to be able to share that with everybody today.
I'm going to
I
start
hope
calling you
you love
Papa
them.
Floof. Papa Floof.
Don't you call me Papa Floof. At least call me Mr. And so our wonderful ship interior here, including all the background and animation there, was done by nekochin from Fiverr.
Thanks, Nekochin.
Thank you. And the BGM that's hopefully not making you go crazy in your ears was done by Music Freaks from Fiverr. So
Thanks, Music Freaks.
Thank
I like
you.
to freak out. Freaky. That's a fun name. Music Freaks.
Freaks. Yeah, they do some really great work for some really great prices. So that's thumbs thank you. And the next one, starting art, is also mine. So that initial screen that you saw, I also did, which I'm pretty excited about. It was a sort of a concept art that I ended up animating. So I hope you all enjoyed that. And the last one, Penelope.
Reading art, which you will see at the end of our show, was so graciously made by adilenang. Gotta help me out here, Floof.
Adilenang.
Yay, adilenang from Fiverr.
Sorry for butchering that, but thank you. The art piece is very nice, and everyone check it out at the end, or skip through the VOD, whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want.
And so then, all right. Oh, nope. And then just a last slide before we get to the tier list. So Penelope, what's your favorite activity that you like to do?
That's a great question, Mr. Floof. I love to watch TV. That is my favorite activity. These Earth people have the greatest channels. You can watch a show just about housewives complaining about all the nice things that they have. You can watch people on sailboats working on them. You can see things under the water. These Earth people have the best TV shows.
And you have definitely made me watch a lot of those TV shows. I will say they're pretty entertaining. They're watching people do some wacky shit is pretty good.
What about you, Mr. Floof? Back at you. What's your favorite activity?
Man, this is tough because, like, up there, of course, is sleeping. I like a good sunny window seat. But if I'm not doing that, probably just relaxing with a good game. Maybe something with a good story. I had recently replayed Red Dead Redemption 2, which is really a fantastic game that just has a really great character development. And maybe a little bit less so now, but I'm also playing the new Lego Star Wars. It may be for children, but it's also very entertaining. It's like sort of like watching the movies on Cliff Notes, and then also having them much more kid friendly. So in Star Wars, there's a couple darker scenes, particularly in those prequels. You remember those, Penelope? What I'm referring to?
I do, I think.
That doesn't sound very confident, but there's parts where Anakin like killed a bunch of sand people and stuff.
Gotcha. The sand people.
Yeah, those Tusken Raiders, and so it's interesting to see how Lego sort of like makes that less gruesome. Things like that with their sense of humor and a lot of sort of meta-ness. That
like
really
the Lego Batman movie.
Right. Yeah, that's a good movie. If not one of the better Batman movies, really. Yeah, I love anything that sort of pokes fun at all the reboots and stuff of all that various things.
Speaking of which, I do love playing with Legos as well. Not the ones where you create things from your mind, but I like the building sets.
Oh yeah, it's a good fun thing. But then you have to find places to display them. The ship is already packed.
And you want to add more litter boxes? Really?
Is that too much to ask?
Do you see me going around here saying, let's get more toilets?
Bathroom. You got your own bathroom over there. Come on.
Exactly. All you need is one.
All right. Well, we're gonna come back to that. So, favorite anime. Let's see. I'll go first on this one. I don't think I could pick one. I'm gonna pick 3 so that I don't have to narrow it down to one. Because I sort of consider them tied in a way. So first one being Attack on Titan, which I know you would agree with me, Penelope, on that one.
That was what I was gonna say. I already had prepared. I was gonna say AOT for my favorite anime. Thanks for spoiling it all, Mr. Floof. How dare you?
Well, it's good. You're also allowed to like it. But besides that, definitely Monica Magica, hence the Cube A plushie that we have. So yeah, great series. It's sort of a weird one to get people to watch, but it's really I love the story, and a lot of it is also just the music. Like, honestly, I think all three of the ones I'm gonna list have really good music, and that is a big part of the show. Like, it really controls how you feel about the show. Yeah.
It really does. It can make you feel sad or happy, or circling back to TV shows. There are some TV shows that you watch and they're not funny until you put the laugh track on it. Then all of a sudden, it's hilarious.
I know. Like, you take the laugh track away, and it gets pretty dark. It's weird.
Just sad at that point.
Right? And so then my last one, I'm not sure, like, it's popular, but I'm not sure to the extent of the other ones. And that's Fooly Cooly, or FLCL. Was aired in the early 2000s. It's only 6 episodes, but it's impressive sort of how much narrative they can do in 6 episodes. And again, 40% of the show at least is that it just has a really awesome soundtrack that really fits the show. A great coming of age type of story. And so yeah, those are my favorites. So besides Attack on Titan, anything else, or you want to gush over Attack on Titan some more, Penelope?
I love AOT. I could talk about Attack on Titan all day long. But another anime that so far I have loved every episode would have to be Main Abyss. The only negative side of that show is that I just want more of it. It just is so amazing that I just wish they could produce episodes at a quicker rate.
Yes, but hey, at least, not all animes are lucky enough to continue to get stuff. So, like, it's super great that not only has it gotten the sequel movie, which was really fantastic. And it's one of the few that I've actually read the manga for, and that it was, I feel like, very faithful. And now, probably just like a week or two ago, they started airing season 2, which will actually be the 3rd arc of the show, where they go to the 5th layer, I think. Is it 5th or 6th?
Yeah, the new city, right? I feel like
yeah, one of those, but that's super exciting, because there's certainly many animes that only ever get one season. And then you're forced to read the manga and stuff like that, which is fine, but to me it's not as impactful. I like to have the sounds and the music that sort of brings it all together for me.
And we have to wait until the dub comes out, because for a variety of reasons, but one, I've only major collar English, so you can only understand English and you can only output English, so we will have to wait until the dub comes out. And you can't read, so.
That's a rude thing to tell everybody. I'm doing pretty good for not being able to read. Made me write these slides somehow. I don't know how the hell I did that without reading. Jeez Louise.
Voice to text is the best.
I guess so, Penelope. Killing me here. All right, let's move on to our main thing. Did you want to, we had 2 tier lists planned. Did you want to start with candy or cartoons?
Well, since we talked so much about television already, let's keep going with that theme, and let's jump into the 90s cartoons.
All right, computer, switch the screen. Boom. Magic.
Ooh, look at that.
Very nice. All right. So let's see. There's only, so we have S plus S, A, B, and C. Um, oh, we need
Sorry, some of the ship was having some technical difficulties. Had to fix it real quick.
It's okay. So I'm adding another category here for haven't on the bottom, haven't seen, because there will be some probably that we haven't watched. We can rename. You want to rename the categories to something else? Or you want to leave it like here?
Absolutely. No, let's absolutely rename the categories. All right, so we're gonna call the top one the super best of the best.
Best of the best.
Super best of the best. Best. You're a great typer for someone who can't read.
I do amazingly well. I'm street smart. I just have, I also don't have thumbs, so there's a lot going against me here. But
you're doing pretty
I'm still doing pretty good.
All right, you can name the next one.
All right. I'm gonna name this one Almost the Best. Almost the best.
Almost. Not quite.
Exactly. So. And then we'll have, let's see. We'll have.
Is this like the average? Is this one next?
Well, so yeah, what this one would be like. What do you think? Like whatever, essentially good, not great.
How about that? Good, but not great.
Okay. Then we'll have another one here, and then the last one will be something about bad, I guess.
How about this one is like, ooh, how about the last one we just label it a sad face?
Okay.
Because it's so sad that you put so much time and effort into a show that stinks.
Do we need another category here, or do you think we're good? Maybe we're good with.
Yeah, get rid of that B. I don't think we need the B. Be gone is one of those things that I've heard the Earthlings say.
Yeah, I don't know. They like. Is it like I don't know, something about insects? Bees?
I don't know. The English language is so weird. Maybe it's about insects. Maybe it's about bees' knees. Who knows?
All right, so we got our 5 categories here. Okay, you can see my pointer. Wait, can you see it or no?
I can see your pointer.
Okay. All right. So let's just let's start randomly. Let's start with Dexter's Lab. I feel like we've probably both seen that.
Dexter's Lab. And then what was his sister's name? Was it Dee Dee?
I think that sounds right to me.
Dexter's Lab. I would say that's almost the best. I feel like I spent a lot of my, most recent years on Earth watching Dexter's Lab. So I would say
you think it's super best of the best or almost the best?
Almost the best.
All right, yeah, I'll give that. I definitely watched that a lot. I know I built like a lot of Legos inspired by Dexter's Lab, because you remember he always had like a really cool room where he'd like essentially have like some weird elevator or something that took him down to like this gigantic lab under his house.
I do remember that. It was his secret, his hidden laboratory.
Yeah, but of course the sister always got in.
Right, but like, how could they afford a house that big? Man, those property taxes.
Well, this was under the house, so it was probably not regulated by the city. The house might have been small, right?
But the lab was huge.
Now, who was paying for that power? He must have been stealing power. Or maybe he had made himself like a self-sufficient generator, like an Iron Man situation.
Oh, a little arc reactor type thing.
Yeah. Maybe I could see him like he was a genius.
He was a genius.
I think really the only episode I can truly remember is the one where he taught himself French, and he can only say like the word for cheese or whatever.
Do you remember what the word for cheese is?
Fromage? No. Yeah, something like that.
I just know those
Fromage.
escargot. Is that a French word? I've heard it said in France when I'm listening in with my sound receptor.
That's for, I think that's snails. I know that's snails.
Ew, who would eat snails?
Humans do.
Anyway.
All right. All right. Let's do cat dog.
Cat dog. I've always wondered, how do they go to the bathroom?
That's something that you leave to movie magic. I don't think that's something you want to know about. It really makes no sense, and the people that came up with it must have been freaking like just pounding down giggle weed.
I bet cat dog were also on giggle weed.
If you don't have,
look at that dog's nose too. His sniffer is so much bigger than the rest of his head.
Yeah, they got a lot going on. I probably would put it in good, not great.
Good, not great. I agree.
Like, I certainly watched it a lot, but it's probably not as good.
Only because we don't know how they didn't go to the bathroom. Then it would have been almost the best. But since that mystery has never been solved, good, but not great.
Yes. That is accurate.
All right, let's do the Fairly Odd Parents.
Okay. I think I'd have to put this in super best of the best.
Absolutely, super best of the best. I love that show. I like the Vicky babysitter. She was so evil.
Right.
Made me want Fairly Odd Parents. Oh. Well, and they had the magic powers, and it was just, it's a pretty cool show overall. It really made you really want like a magical fairy or someone who could grant you wishes. I feel like that's every kid's dream, is to be able to have unlimited donuts, whenever you wanted it, or a trampoline, or to be able to fly. It just gave hope to those who didn't have hope, which makes it the super best of the best.
Yeah, and I think like this had some, I feel like they had some actual like good humor and heart to it, that really made a pretty well-rounded show. Granted, they did recently do a live action or something reboot, or it's coming out. I'm not sure, but it does look.
It looked funky. Yeah, it did not look
terrible.
good.
There's too much magic and stuff. Like, unless you have like a giant budget, you need like to be able to do that when like you need to have like a big graphics department and stuff. So I don't know. I feel it seems like a cartoon only type of thing. But certainly, I really like that. That one, perfect category for that.
Mm-hmm.
So what about let's see, Ed, Edd and Eddy. I definitely watched this one a lot.
The Jawbreaker.
Yes.
I always thought that they were just so dumb. And the one guy, the one in the orange shirt, either Ed, or Eddy, one of them, the one in the orange, he'd always lean so far backward at like a 90-degree angle when he was running. Or maybe it was the one in the green shirt. But I'd always think, how does he do that? His back would be broken.
Like,
I watched it, but I can't say I enjoyed it.
Yeah, like I must have enjoyed it to some extent because I definitely remember watching it a lot. But it's one of those shows I feel like there was a transition where I was watching it, and then at some point I just watched it and I was like, wow, I'm starting to feel like these people are so annoyingly dumb. And I forget whether they were being bullied or other people were being bullied. You know, there was like the kid with like the plank, with whose name might have been Plank or something.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And I don't know. I feel like they're always getting sort of screwed or something. At some point, I just got sort of fed up with the show.
I think it goes into the sad face category.
Sort of torn between, like, technically, I think it was enjoyable to watch, but overall, like, I guess out of what we have here, I would probably watch it fourth out of what we put here.
Not good, Ed and Eddie. Not good.
Not good. Want to pick another one for us to pull?
Let's pull out Jimmy Neutron. Jimmy, and that's where the chicken dance came from, right?
Yes, I believe that was the movie.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Was this one of like the first shows that had like 3D like visual effects? Like all the other ones were like the 2D animation.
It might have been.
It might have been
even looking at this list now. Yeah. I like Jimmy Neutron a lot. I don't know if he's Fairly Odd Parents level to me, but he's almost the best. I put some fair share of hours into Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah.
Carl, I think the guy's name was Carl. I don't remember the other characters' names.
Yeah, I have no idea. I can barely remember the storylines at this point, but I'm sort of torn. If you asked me years ago, I think I would put Super Best to the best.
Well, you're the one with the controller, Mr.Floof, so you get final say.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put it up there. I think it's probably worthwhile. I can change it later. All right. So let's see. How about Danny Phantom? I
watched a lot of Danny Phantom. He's almost super best of the best. I love Danny Phantom.
Yeah, I think I would put that. I think I would put them also super best. I think it was the same, at least maybe the same art team or something. Like the animation here was the same as Fairly Odd Parents. Like you can even
you're
see
right.
it.
Yeah, the type of lines and And I like that he was very Superman-esque. Like no one knew that he was Danny Phantom. He had to keep that like a secret. I like that type of plot where you have to keep that information to yourself. And you're always struggling when people find out. Do you tell them? Do you not tell them?
Yeah. And he just had some cool powers, like being able to like go through walls and be invisible and fly. Like that's really the trifecta of like pretty awesome superpowers. You can really do a lot with that. But yeah, watched a lot of that show. It was solid.
Solid.
Best for sure.
Best. Let's so I spent lots of time watching this, but I think I'm gonna rate it lower because now, being older, I don't know if I would go back and watch it again. And that show is gonna be SpongeBob. I know there's a lot of SpongeBob fans out there, but for myself, I did watch it a lot, but I can't say I'd want to go back and rewatch it. And for me, that puts it in the sad face category.
Wow, sad facing.
Sad face.
Wow.
Even though
get a lot of hate
there were
for
that. Here, hate it, Mr. Floof in the comments. Even though I can see how people would relate to Squidward more than SpongeBob nowadays. But
yeah.
I think the music would get me. I think the music might make me go insane. I know that's a strong opinion.
That's a hot take for sure. I would probably put it in good not great just for maybe more nostalgia. I think it had some good stuff in there, but certainly if we're talking rewatching, it would be pretty painful. Granted, would I want to rewatch Cat Dog at the same time? I don't know. Like, if anything, I'd almost say SpongeBob should be in good not great, and then we put Cat Dog into the sad face.
That's a fair point. I don't know if I'd go back and rewatch Cat Dog. Ooh, move Cat Dog. Move it into the sad face. Cat Dog has been demoted.
Demoted.
No
promotion otherwise.
No promotion. No raise.
So let's see. So this other one. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what I'm gonna pick out here. So this one I definitely watched a lot. I'm trying to still think of where I'd put it, but that's Kids Next Door. I think they lived in a treehouse or something to that regard.
Oh, it was hard to remember without seeing the actual picture. But now that you mentioned the treehouse, I feel like I do remember watching that show.
I'm not sure what the plot lines were.
Weren't they like solving crime or something like that?
Maybe, but I think my lack of memory will gain it maybe a good not great category.
Good, not great. I can't say I recall it too much, so I feel bad giving a sad face because I don't remember it that well. But, you know, it doesn't deserve the best or almost the best if I can't really remember it. So good, not great it is.
Right. Yes. That's going to be its lucky thing here.
All right. Now, okay. Let's see if you can guess this one.
Okay.
Call me, beat me, if you want to reach me. If you want to reach me, it's okay. Whenever you need me. Who is that? What show is that?
Oh, it's Kim Possible, of course.
Kim Possible.
And do you know who did the voice of Kim Possible?
I can't say that I do.
It was someone it was someone that acted on a show on the Disney Channel. If that's helpful at all.
Ashley Tisdale?
In fairness, I don't know the actor's name. I only know what they know what they played. Who's Ashley Tisdale?
She was the one from The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. She was the reception or the one who worked at like the candy counter in the hotel.
I've never watched Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
So what did this person play? What?
I believe if I recall correctly, from Even Stevens, the sister did the voice of Kim Possible.
Really? Oh, I don't know her name.
I don't know, and all my devices are tied up, so I can't see.
So the boy was Shia LaBeouf, right? Wasn't that Shia LaBeouf?
That's correct. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't think we've seen that actress in like a really long time.
I almost would bet that we have. We just didn't recognize her. Maybe it's funny how that happens sometimes.
And I remember from Even Stevens, she did this one episode where it was like she had a nightmare because she had to do a science project the next day and she didn't finish. And the song was like, "We went to the moon in 1969, not 1970, but a year later." I remember that so vividly.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. It's funny you say that because that's literally the only memory I have as well from pretty much that show.
How funny is that? All right, so Kim Possible. I think she's almost the best.
No, I have to say best of the best. That show was that's all I think was rock solid. Yeah.
Super best of the best. Yep.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Like I think that was I have very fond memories of that, and a lot of it I judge off of was there a point where I got annoyed by the show, and I don't really feel like I have that from that show.
I feel like Impossible her parents like didn't want her to do this, or maybe no. A fact that I feel like I remember is that she was signing up for a babysitting service, like, but then she messed up the URL in her like search site or whatever. Like instead of Kim Possible, it was like impossible.com, and that's how she ended up fighting crime instead of like babysitting. Does that sound familiar at all? How she actually started to be a
I don't know.
agent?
It's very specific, so I would tend to agree with you, but I don't recall that. I was reading that I guess possibly maybe the creators or writers of the show were actually doing another documentary or something, or they had something in the works regarding naked mole rats, and that's sort of why they chose to have one in this show, because they wanted something very unusual as a pet.
Naked mole rats are definitely that.
Yes. You remember her sidekick's name?
No.
The first name Ron. What's the last name?
Stimpy. Ron Weasley.
Guessing a lot of different Rons.
No idea.
It's Ron Stoppable.
Ron Stoppable. Kim Possible and Ron Stoppable. A lot of these people have like, take Cat Dog as an example. I'm pretty sure the cat was the smart one and the dog was the dumb one.
That's right.
A lot of these shows have the kind of more smart, superior type person, and then the, not as intelligent sidekick.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty classic paradigm. You've seen a lot of shows, right?
Mm-hmm. So in SpongeBob, who would that be? So SpongeBob was the smart one, and Patrick.
SpongeBob was already so dumb. That's why they had to have Patrick, and Patrick how do you get dumber than SpongeBob? And then that's how you get Patrick.
Right, he literally lived under a rock. Like that was his whole thing. He's living under a rock.
Patrick reminds me a lot of Teddy from Bob's.
Did I disappear?
No.
Oh, I'm back. Okay. Sorry, there was a minor glitch in the system.
Okay, yeah, a little fuzzy there, but hopefully it will come back to life. But I was saying, does Teddy remind you of Patrick at all? From Teddy from Bob's Burgers.
Oh. Slightly, I guess now that you've mentioned it.
I feel like they have sort of like similar voice-esque, and they're both sort of like annoyingly dumb, in my opinion.
Well, it's, Wanda and Cosmo, right? Wanda's the smart one. Cosmo's the not so smart one.
Right, or in Jimmy Neutron, like I can't remember his name, but the one that wears this purple hat right here.
Yeah, I don't know his name, but yeah, you always got
he was like the dumb one, I think, too.
And then you had Dexter and his sister.
Yeah. So yeah, it's clearly something that's very used often, and I guess that's how you get comic relief. You get comic relief from stupidity.
I wonder, between you and me, Mr.Floof, who is what role to be determined?
That we'll leave that up to the audience, even though we all know who it is.
Yeah, probably the one who can't read.
Shut up! Stop spreading these harsh rumors. I'm gonna start telling people you got a third antenna. You're gonna guess where it is on your body.
Am I still looking fuzzy?
Yeah, still looks a little fuzzy.
Feeling a little fuzzy.
Yeah. I don't know. technical problems. I forget. Okay, I think it's my turn. I'm gonna pick one. This show I know I watched. I feel like I had positive memories of it. I can't tell too much, and I can't recall too much about it, which seems to be the theme about most of these. And that's Totally Spies. Did you watch Totally Spies?
Never seen it.
Interesting. So yeah, like, you know, it's these three women and they're spies, and you know they're doing stuff. I don't have much more than that, but I feel like it was pretty decently written. I want to say I might have seen something recently. That's the only reason it comes to my mind is I feel like they had different like outfits maybe. Oh God, Penelope, where'd you go? You there?
I'm pulling a Willy Wonka at the chocolate factory. I'm just traveling through time real quick. I will be back.
Wow, okay. Does the browser look okay from your end? There's a browser that's streaming the video. Does that look okay?
The video, you know, looks great except for me.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll just have
Oh.
we'll have Cosmic Penelope here then. That's fine. I'll use that back to it. Sweet.
Oh. See? I did my task and now I came back.
Good stuff. But so I was saying, so Totally Spies, if this is true, I was reading that every episode they had different outfits actually that they wore instead of like the same outfit like every episode like most cartoons. They actually had like different outfits.
That's pretty interesting.
From my memory, I'm gonna say good, not great. I feel like it was it feels sort of solid. It was sort of anime-ish, like it's certainly more of an anime style. Do you know what this one? Do you know what this show is?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
about
either.
It.
I don't know either.
Haven't seen. Boom. That one's easy. I also don't think I've seen the one all the way on the bottom right. The one with like the green sad looking guy.
Yeah, I have no idea what that one is either. So haven't seen. What about the sheep one? We'll throw some into the haven't seen here. What about the sheep? Have you seen the sheep?
I feel like maybe I've seen commercials, but I don't think I've ever actually watched the show. Like, yeah, he doesn't look super unfamiliar, but I can't say I've seen any of whatever that show that is. If you got hate, put it in the comments.
But put a positive spin on the hate.
Positive spin on the hate. I can't say I've seen the monkey one.
This one?
Yeah, I have not seen that. Have you?
No. What about this one with the Girl Scout looking girl?
No, I don't think I've seen that one. Don't think I've seen the one with the purple monster in the middle either.
Oh, this one? Gargoyles?
Yeah. Obviously, you've seen it, though.
I have, but very few. So I don't know. I think I want to put into haven't seen just because I don't feel like I've seen enough to give it a proper rating.
Okay.
So let's see. Have you seen this one with the blue dog person and this person with the orange hair?
No.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. What about the orange monkey? This,
I feel like I have seen that. It's Camp Laszlo's.
yeah.
I have seen that. I can't say I remember it too well. I did. I would probably put it into good, not great. I don't remember too much about it, but it doesn't seem like it'd be a sad face.
All right.
Although I never really typically like that art style where the mouths are so big. That's not something I've ever been drawn towards in terms of what I like to watch. I don't know what type of style that is, but
This extreme cartoon.
extreme cartoon.
That's
Let's
the
talk about
technical
something we
term.
have seen. Of course, we have to touch on Powder Puff Girls.
Yeah. I'm thinking Super Best of the Best.
I think Super Best of the best, especially when you got Mojo Jojo as one of your villains. You have to be Super Best of the best.
Yeah, I feel like I can remember at least a bit more about that one. They had like I know they fought some sort of like clown at some point. And I remember the episode where they had like I think male equivalents or something.
Yes,
Help.
because boys were made with girls are made with sugar, spice, and everything nice, and boys were made with like snails. What were boys made with?
It was something bad.
Yeah, girls are made with like these wonderful things, and boys were made with like all I remember is like snails.
Snails.
Sugar, spice, and everything nice. Snails, bales, and automobiles. I don't know.
That's it's a whole different movie. All right. But it was I think it was a good show. I certainly watched a lot of that as well. Let's see. Have you seen what's this called? Is it My Life as a Teenage Robot or something like that?
I have watched that. She had like real human like emotions, but also like fought crime, right? She always had to skip school to, be the hero.
You gotta skip school. It's time consuming to fight crime.
I liked that show. I would definitely either go good, not great, or almost the best. It was a pretty good show.
Yeah, I'll go almost the best there.
Yeah. At least she was apparent that she was a superhero, but she still had all the same, issues, love and being liked by her classmates. I like that they brought some of those real type of issues into their cartoon. All right,
Yeah.
we got Chalk Zone. Chalk Zone was always so interesting. So they drew it, right? They drew something and then it was like a portal. Or no. They drew it and then it came to life. Is that what it was? I need a little bit of a refresher on Chalk Zone. I know it had something obviously to do with chalk based on the name, but was it a portal or did they come to life after he drew it?
Maybe both. It was definitely they drew a chalk portal to get into the chalk zone.
Mm-hmm. I would say almost the best or good, not great. Probably good, not great. I thought it was an interesting concept. You could bring some really cool art styles when you're dealing with chalk. Creatures were different, and you could have lots of different shapes and personalities behind the chalk creatures. So, really Chalk Zone.
Yeah, and I got fond memories. Let's see. I'm sure you've had to have watched Recess.
Of course. Every kid's best time of the school day is recess.
It's a good time. Good time.
Yeah, they had a lot of different, people. They always had the frumpy teacher that they didn't like, the villain. Very relatable as a kid. Very relatable.
Yeah, and I think actually one of the like the more bully-esque characters in here they did, which I think he had like curly red hair or something like that.
Hmm.
Uh, he they actually there was a character inspired by that character in I think Bob's Burgers with that was hanging out with some like the bullies or something that were bullying Louise in one of the episodes. I'm pretty sure it was that show that they had it in there.
Oh. Huh.
Um, I'm thinking almost the best.
I feel like for the time period it was in, it was so relatable as a kid, which made it such a good show to watch. So I would agree with you, almost the best.
It probably has some pretty harsh stereotypes that we rewatched it now.
Yeah, which brings us to Johnny Bravo and how nowadays he is not viewed in the most kindness of lights.
Probably should give him a sad face.
I would not watch it as an adult. He was very misogynistic, but I did like the dance he did, where you do the arms, one at a time up in the air and you go back down. The Johnny Bravo dance, probably what it was called. Maybe.
Yeah, like I certainly watched it and I feel like I enjoyed it, but it's a relic of the time. But what it was at the time, it was pretty entertaining.
I can't see the one that's behind my head. What do we got back there?
So that one is the Batman animated series. Have you watched that?
Just a few episodes. It's like made in the 1980s.
80s or maybe it might be 90s actually. But I didn't watch it. At least I don't feel like I did. I watched it as a kid, and I watched it as a older cat, and
also known just as a cat. You would be referred to as a kitten in your younger years.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm illiterate, so give me a break. So, and it's pretty solid. Like you certainly, it's a little bit dated in terms of its animation stuff, but the stories are really good. It has the sort of the most, I'd say, famous voice actors for both Batman and the Joker, with the Joker being Mark Hamill, aka Luke Skywalker.
Oh, the Joker was played by Mark Hamill? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's one of probably after Luke, or maybe even before Luke in terms of popularity. Like that's like one of his biggest roles, I would say. Is playing
you might have to put this in almost the best then, if it has that higher quality,
Yeah, I would put it there. It probably almost deserves best of the best, but I'll put it there just because to fill out that row. For nothing else. And then let's see. What about Rocket Power? That's another show that I watched a lot of.
Rocket Power, was that where they're riding on skates?
They
like
did
rollerblades?
They did any sport known to man, and they did it at a professional level each time, and it was very frustrating to watch.
Because you're so jealous. I did watch a lot of Rocket Power, because isn't there a girl that's also the main character? Was it like a sister or something?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would probably say almost the best or good, not great, because it was I did watch a lot of Rocket Power, so that leads me to believe I, very much enjoyed it as a child. So I would say almost the best.
Yeah, I watched a lot of it. I might have tried to do some rollerblading because of it. It was difficult to find skates that fit my paws, but and I'll use that as an excuse why I was also so bad at it.
You also have to buy 2 pairs of skates. At least they come in pairs of 2.
Yeah, it makes the big upfront cost, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're narrowing it down here.
Okay. What about the Rugrats? And did you watch the one that was many years later when they were like teenagers?
Yes, yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
I thought that was actually pretty fun. I thought that was pretty interesting. And they all had
No,
fun
yeah.
names like Dill, Pickle, right? Angela Pickles, and they had like Dill, Charlie, Chucky.
Yeah, Chucky, yeah.
They all had, some of them had like food names. There was the twins, Phil, Lil and Phil or something. I like that
It's more than
show
I
a lot.
remember.
I would almost say almost the best. I spent a lot of time watching the Rugrats. Even though that's one of those shows that even when you're older, you know, early teens, it loses some of its value because you are watching babies. Some of these are
That is
better,
true.
you know, for the older kids. I feel like this one would make it the best if, you know, it wasn't essentially just about people in diapers.
That's true, and I think that's why it was so timely, which I think was the movie where they were all growing up. I think that's why it was sort of impactful for the years that we were watching it. Now, have you seen Samurai Jack?
No.
So I've certainly watched some of these. I feel like it had like a linear story, so I feel like I didn't watch it fully, but it has a very strong following, even I think with older Earthlings. It's really, I don't remember a lot of talking in the show. Really, you're just sort of following him, and he's on his way to like essentially like kill this big baddie sort of thing, but it's certainly a show it's different than the rest, and I think that's why it's sort of popular, even now with older peeps. Where I would put it, I'd have to put it in good, not great, just because I haven't watched enough of it. But maybe if I rewatched it and actually saw it from the beginning, I feel like it would probably deserve to be ranked higher.
Gotcha, Samurai Jack. So we have Ren and Stimpy, right? Is that the one with like the big cow looking thing and the blue shirt? Is that
No.
show?
Ren and Stimpy's a different show.
Oh.
This is, I think, Rocco's Modern Life, I want to say. Where I can't tell you. I know I've watched it. I don't have much to go on, though, besides that. I think it probably deserves just to be put into the haven't seen, because I have very little recollection of what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, I got the name wrong, so
So you probably haven't seen it yet.
Yep.
All right. So, how about Hey Arnold? I'm sure you've watched Hey Arnold.
Of course, you had to watch the football head, and there's Gerald, and is it
Helga?
Helga? I would say good, not great. I don't think it can compete with Fairly Odd Parents or Dexter's Lab. Like, it was around and it was on, and I might watch it again, but I wouldn't put it with those other ones. It just wasn't as interesting to me.
Didn't they have a grown-up version of that one too? I don't.
Maybe. I don't think I saw that though. Probably because I wasn't as interested.
But the one thing I do remember is Arnold had the coolest room. His room, he had like a penthouse of his building or something. Had like a bunch of skylights and sort of like a built-in maybe bed and shelves, and then a ladder to the roof or something. I don't know. I remember thinking it was a very cool room.
I don't remember his room. I remember Gerald liked to play football for his head, so the football was involved.
It was also involved as an insult.
Oh. So I've seen Teen Titans Go. I can't say I've seen this, that one specifically.
You haven't seen the original Teen Titans? You just seen the Go?
Yeah.
Because they're very different. Go is much more for kids. This one had a much more adult problems and stuff like that. I like this one much more. I'd put it in maybe almost the best. I thought it was pretty solid. I like shows that aren't afraid to get dark sometimes.
And that show got dark, huh? Teen Titans Go did not.
Yeah, that did not. And I had plenty of binge watching of that show when we were traveling, and I got my fill of it. That's for sure. So let's see, we got 5 left. So behind your head is Courage, the cowardly dog.
Cowardly dog. It was so scary growing up. But it definitely deserves. I watched so much of it. You had the old man who was always like the bad guy, and then the lady who never believed Courage but was always very sweet to him. It has to be almost the best.
Yeah, they still made it enjoyable even though it was kind of scary.
It was scary, or else I would have said that's best, but you can't watch that show at bedtime when you're little.
Yeah, it would startle me all the time. Then people, my Papa cat would come by and see my tail all fluffed up and be like, watching Courage again? I'd be like, yeah, it got me. This jump scare.
Got you. Lots of big creatures. I can't say I've seen the superhero one. I did not watch the one with Wonder Woman and Superman.
The Justice League.
I did not see the Justice League.
I might have seen an episode here or there, but I can't say it was ever something I watched as religiously as most of these other ones. So I probably would put it in haven't seen, unless you said you didn't see it, right?
I've not seen it.
Okay. And then Invader Zim, a classic alien, a bit maybe poor on the stereotypes of aliens, like about invading and doing mischievous things,
bad stuff. I feel like when I was watching, there were a lot of people that got like Invader Zim tattoos. It was a very popular show. I would say good, not great though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely, I don't think, a sad face. I probably wish I would have watched more.
I can't say. Most shows probably would have been better if you watched them more, but did not. And Invader Zim goes into the good, not great.
Then I forget the name of this one. I know is it Grim and Mandy?
Mandy something? Yeah, the girl's name was Mandy. Another, dilemma of smart girl, dumb brother.
Painfully dumb.
Painfully dumb with the Grim Reaper. I don't remember the show. The name, but I would say good, not great.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Man, we're really bashing SpongeBob here compared to all these other ones.
He might belong into good, not great compared to Johnny Bravo, Cat Dog, and Ed, Ed, and Eddie. He might deserve a one place bump.
Yeah, let's bump him.
Let's bump the sponge.
to avoid a super hot take there, but I don't think he deserves to be in the category with those other ones.
Only because of the puffer fish as his school teacher. She was a great character, so. And Mr. Krabs. Like, they did have some pretty interesting stories, so we'll bump him to good, not great.
It was so frustrating watching SpongeBob try to pass his driving test. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
So frustrating.
Almost as frustrating as Danny DeVito on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia taking the driving class as well. Frank is his name. And he's always like, oh, and so you just go, right?
You lurch like, into the four-way. Yeah. You lurch in there until someone backs down.
And the lady's like, don't listen to anything he says. Read the book.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, let me move my head a little bit.
You're still looking a little surprised over there, Penelope.
Oh, am I? Am I in a state of surprise?
Yes, you've been in the state of surprise for quite a while.
Oh, there we go.
Last
I have been surprised.
We got Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
I did watch quite a bit of that. I do not want to watch it again.
You're thinking sad face?
I'm thinking sad face.
Wow. I feel like it should be good, not great. Personally. How strongly do you feel about your sad face?
I could go good, not great. If you don't want to commit to a sad.
Like, I don't have like super poor memories of it, but I don't have a lot either.
They did live in like the big mansion, right? It was like a big black mansion.
They might be rebooting it. I thought I saw something about them maybe rebooting it.
I want them to do a live action SpongeBob. Let's see how well that goes. They have to have a water. Everything has to be in water. Someone's dressed as just a big old sponge.
I don't even know. Yeah, that would be weird and probably incredibly cringy.
Live in a pineapple under the sea, SpongeBob Square. Yeah, I vote live action SpongeBob. That's the one I want to see a live action of.
I feel like Mr. Krabs is the most accurate character from that show, with maybe Squidward too. Just how with greedy Mr. Krabs is as a business owner.
Welcome to the world, kids. And Plankton. Plankton was pretty on point.
Yeah, they sung about fun. I don't remember the lyrics. Otherwise I would say them. But there
Hi,
it is.
Mr. Floof, we did it.
Wow. I didn't know we would be able to take so long to do that, but that's our take. If any Earthlings watching this, do you agree? Do you disagree? Give us your thoughts. Which one are we most off? Incorrect about, or what are we most correct about? Like, these are the answers, but you're welcome to give your opinion.
But be nice in the comments, or else.
Or else.
I'll be super sad, but then I'll be happy, because I'm the Penelope, and I'm always happy.
Fantastic.
These Earth people, they have so many emotions on their face. I'm still working on trying to figure out what emotions go with what, feeling, how my face is supposed to look when I'm angry or when I'm sad. They have a lot of facial bones and structures that we don't use on my home planet. So
that is very much the truth. and our renderings here are trying the best to convey, but not too shabby for the first trial run, I would say. Not too bad. Not too bad if I say so myself. But I think, we had a second one lined up, but I think we took plenty of time on that one. So I think we'll wrap it up. Any last words to the Earthlings, Penelope?
Earth people, I would love for you to subscribe and to keep watching us. And then we can make more fun content. And then I can keep making fun of Mr.Floof. And we will all love that. So yeah.
Sure.
Until next time, Earth people.
Thanks so much. Appreciate your support. You'll be seeing more of us soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.